Okay, again, another bucket with a 6mm 2" slot in the bottom so it can't clog, but with a Gladret hymen in the bottom. That's just to keep the water in so it can saturate if it wants. If it gets too saturated and we want to release it, we can just sort of poke the bottom, but we can also fill it up again with some blue tack at the bottom from underneath if we want to retain it. So we just put this in here like so, and fill it up. And of course we've got to get our bloody candles from the freezer, so they're nice and hard and brittle, so we can actually push them down without breaking them. I mean, if you push too hard they will break, you know, but being nice and stiff, we can anyway, but we probably have to wait until we get to the length of the candle, which is probably about there, so a little bit more. And yeah, and then later on in the season, once it's been saturated and we've got stuff growing through it and we've got plants growing in it, if we want to do the daily double flush, we can just, if we haven't poked the hymen by then, we can actually poke it and poke through it, break through, and do the daily double flush. If that even helps even more, I don't know, but hopefully that way it'll keep really nice and cool. And I haven't done it, have I? So what I want to do is poke one there like that, just something so we can actually pick it up and see what the depth of any micro, if there's any generical stylus grows down there. We like to know how far it grows down there, and if it is saturated to a certain degree, does that impede its growth down there? Once we break the hymen, does the we can put another candle in there down the other side if you want. Well, we might as well do that now, I suppose. So we can have one we look at with saturation, and then another one we look at after we break the saturation, you know, and let it go on a few. Whether the double flush improves the growth down the candle right to the tip, I don't know, but we'll keep going. Start the second one, keep going. I think we're slightly over. Yeah, so we might have some left. One batch left over might be enough to do a ice cream, sorry, not ice cream, a milk bottle thing. So yeah, so we go from there and see how we go. You know, it might be better than having just cellulose like this. Might be better than peat and sand, because basically you haven't got half the sand, you got twice as much, in quotes, peat. You get twice as much growth out of something like this. Out of using newspaper cellulose, where you end up getting twice the amount, because you got rid of the sand basically. So it's lighter to a certain degree. The sand is usually heavier than peat, even heavier than wet peat. So our friend in South Africa might have something to say about that. And that's a joke, Pete, sorry. So yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. Hope he's alright. But as I said, I think he lost the planche anyway. I just hope he was wise, and I gave him enough. I gave him a good whack. I think it was half of. I have to look up my photographs, but I think it was half a vial or something. So he would have had enough to do hundreds of little seedlings, you know, enough to play around with anyway. And I got plenty more. So they are viable, because he said he got them to germinate, and then I think he let them dry out. You know, he probably got to the stage, oh, these are too easy. Oh fuck, I've let them dry out. Thought they were too easy. Well, because they're the easiest germinators, I suppose. So he can be excused for that. But I got plenty more, Pete. If you want some more, sing out. You know. If you want a job lot, we can probably come to some arrangement. Maybe you send me a Stuart McPherson book or something, you know, and I'll send you a seed TARDIS or something, you know. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, we'll see how we go. And I think we're about done there, fellas. So I think we need a slight proud tub, and that will. Oh, it's good enough. I mean, it'll slowly go down probably, and there might be even room for some charcoal there or something if we need some charcoal to protect them from the sun. As I said, it seems like you think it's going to get hot, but it absorbs the water and it sort of evaporates off. So as long as you keep the charcoal wet, it's going to be cool too, and this is going to be cool anyway. So it might end up being the bee's knees for Darlingtonia once we got the formula worked out, and I think you'll know that we cracked it once we get some red sphagnum. I reckon a red sphagnum is going to be a key feature of eventually, if we can work out what it is that makes the red sphagnum go red. I've got some ideas now, but I've got to put those ideas into action. So yeah, anyway, over and out for this, and I'll just get this on, whack it on the thing. I can't whack the videos up at the moment, but I can probably put some JPEGs up. Okay, over and out.